the Wall Street Journal's newsroom is, of course, celebrating the return of one of their own. Evan Gershkovich, chief digital editor of international news for the Wall Street Journal. Gráinne McCarthy joining me now. Gráinne, appreciate it so much. I mean, you're his boss, bottom line. I mean, this has got to be such a tremendous moment for you, all your colleagues, when you found out that he was coming home, that this was a deal. Just give us a sense for what it was like in the newsroom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not his direct boss, but I'm a senior editor and colleague of Evan's here in London. I mean, my heart is bursting. It's the most incredible feeling. It's been a long and, sort of nerve-wracking day for us. But once we got the confirmation that he was free, and just it's just the most amazing feeling. It's been a very long and difficult 16 months for Evan, of course, first and foremost, and for his family and for this entire newsroom. Evan was working here in London and living in London and going in and out of Russia to report. So he's extremely dear to us here in this newsroom. And there's definitely been some tears shed here today, but I'm so happy that they are tears of happiness.
And just take us sort of inside the editorial process for a moment, if you don't mind, Gráinne, because this was one of your own, but also an international story in the headlines month after month after month. What was it like to come together just as a group of journalists, but also as a group that really loves this man and respects this man? How did you just kind of take me inside the process of how you covered it, a story of one of your own?
And we had a very new editor-in-chief at that point, at the time when Evan was taken in Russia. And she made a decision right at the beginning that we should make as much noise as possible as a newsroom. And we really took that to heart. And we kind of stayed very active and as Evan's colleagues and friends in doing everything we could do to try and keep his name in the public eye and his situation in the public eye. We strongly believe this was incredibly important for Evan and for his family to feel that they were on this journey with us. But at the same time, Evan is a brilliant journalist. He's a gifted journalist. And we knew right from the beginning that he would want us to cover this story. So we had, we've covered every in and out of Evan's own situation, but also despite the fact that we no longer have people in Russia, we've been deeply committed to covering this bigger international story and cover Russia as well. So, it's been a real journey for this newsroom, and I couldn't be more proud or privileged to work with everybody here and to get to where we are today.
So, Gráinne, let me ask you, we were reading that in his discharge papers that he actually put down a request to interview Vladimir Putin. Is that true? Can you confirm that? And if that is indeed true, okay, you haven't heard that.
I haven't heard that.
Okay, so apparently he made the request, and so stay tuned. We can't wait to follow that up and see if indeed that does happen and how you guys handle that. But Evan's mom, Ella, never gave up, as we would expect any parent. What was it like developing a relationship with her and watching her fight for her son?
She is an absolutely formidable person, and she
Do you have
has
copies
been
of that, Diana, by chance?
relentless along these 16 months in doing everything she could for her son. And I've spoken with her. I've got two sons of my own. I've spoken with her about that. His father, Mikhail, is an amazing man. His sister, Danielle, and her husband, Anthony, we've gotten to know them well. We were members of a club that none of us ever wanted to be a part of. But they are absolutely inspirational people, and they have been the most amazing ambassadors for their son and their brother. I could not be happier for them today.
All right, this might be too soon, but can you confirm that he's coming back to work?
I mean, Evan has been in prison for 16 months. And during that time, he hasn't been able to make decisions for himself. And now he's free. He can make those decisions. He's welcome back to the newsroom. as soon as he wants to. We know he's going to be traveling back to the US today, and he will take some time and focus on his own rest and recovery and spending time with his loved ones. And then he can do whatever he wants.
See, and I'm sure that will be music to his ears, because he probably indeed will come back to work and want to get back to it. Now, the question is, are you going to give him as much PTO as possible? Clearly, it's well-deserved. And my second question is, do you think he'll want to keep the same beat? And is the same beat going to be offered up to him despite everything he has gone through?
I think we should just be clear that we will provide Evan with whatever support he needs. We have said from the very beginning that we're ready for Evan to be back in the newsroom whenever he's ready. But what he does next and when he does it is up to him. He's a very gifted journalist, as I said. I know he's, deeply committed to that. But really, the next steps are for Evan to decide. We cannot wait to have him back into the newsroom whenever he wants.
All right, so I'm actually looking at the article here that you guys put out here. It looks like it was in the morning today on the 24th. And right here, it says, and just bear with me a second, Gráinne, because I know there's been a lot going on and you guys have been extremely busy. But right here, it says at the end of the article that one of your reporters put together, that the pro forma printout included a long blank space the prisoner, I guess, could fill out if desired, or simply as expected, leave blank. And I'm reading forward here. But apparently the last line submitted a proposal from Evan himself that after his release, would Putin be willing to sit down for an interview? That is quite remarkable.
I hadn't seen that, but I keep saying it over and over again. He's a really good journalist, and just looking at some images there of him, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing when I saw the photo of Evan and Paul Whelan and Alsu Kurmasheva. And there's just no better feeling. So let's give Evan some time to figure out, get back home, see his mom, see his dad, see his sister, enjoy the moment. It's just amazing.
And looking at these pictures that we just got in, so Gráinne, you're looking at them in real time, like we are.
I'm looking at them for the first time.
Yes, so are we. So are we.
I'm trying to keep it together here.
You don't have to keep it together. It's okay. It's pretty amazing. I mean, he's clearly lost a lot of weight, and his hair is shorter. We're seeing Paul Whelan now there as well. But seeing these images of him on the bus, getting off the bus, getting onto that aircraft that will bring him home. Please do tell me your thoughts. Yes, tell me your thoughts. We'll bring him home to freedom. We'll bring him home to his family, who are, waiting to meet him and to embrace him. And, it's, maybe he's lost a bit of weight, but he looks good. He looks like Evan. He throughout this long ordeal, has worked hard at staying strong, physically and mentally, and we have drawn inspiration from him every day. He's a brave and courageous and formidable person, and it just fills me with joy to see him walking home to freedom. Gráinne McCarthy, and we are so grateful you were able to Zoom in with us, Chief Digital Editor there of International News for the Wall Street Journal, and a dear friend and colleague of Evan Gershkovich. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, Gráinne. Thank you.